Hello there, and welcome. Hi guys, this is Darkest Star ASMR, and this is Star Wars time. I have now seen every part in the Skywalker saga, and I would like to kind of like rank these movies now when the story is complete. Or is it? First of all, I would like to give some quick thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker. Is it a perfect movie? Not by any means. Is it a good movie? Yes. Does it conclude the Skywalker saga in a satisfying way? No. And I'm going to tell you the reasons. This is not a review of the Rise of Skywalker because I want to see it a couple of more times. But it isn't out on DVD or Blu-ray, so that's... And I'm not going to run to the cinema, like again, so no. I will wait with that. I will just give you some of the minor gripes I had with the movie, and I'm going to turn off my cell phone for once. There we go. So, first of all, killing and spoilers. Killing off Ben Solo was the biggest mistake JJ could have made. He and Rey should have survived and started a new Jedi Academy. Because even how much you turn it around, Rey isn't a Skywalker, she's a Palpatine. So in the end, Palpatine won. Now, this hit me a couple of hours after I saw the movie. What if actually Palpatine did win, and we didn't really get it? Because his plan was for Rey to strike me down. And didn't she do just that? Yeah, Palps melted away in gruesome fashion, but maybe he just jumped into Rey. No, I don't think they had that intention with that scene, but it just hit me a little bit. So yeah, I didn't like the ending 100%. It was pretty okay, you know. All the Skywalkers are erased from the galaxy, and yeah, except Rey Skywalker, which I thought was a sellout in some way. I don't know. The movie feels rushed. There's so much going on into it because of, I'm afraid to say it, Rian Johnson's The Last Jedi, which many people hate. I kind of hated it for a while, then I loved it, and I hated it again. But now I think it has cemented a place in the canon for me, and I will get to that. So yeah, JJ had a lot to do with this new movie, and he had to cram in so much, you know, retconning stuff, and yeah, so it's not a perfect movie, but it's a good movie. It's a very, very entertaining, good movie with a lot of fan service. And I will give you my small take, because I really was bummed out when Han Solo got killed in The Force Awakens. Someone actually said this on the internet in another review, and it hit me. It could be like that. For me it will be like that, because it gives Han some purpose. That Leia used the last of her Force powers to bring back Han Solo from the netherworld. I know he says it's just a memory, but I think it's more, because, you know. So yeah, that's my take on it. Luke was redeemed. It was finally the Luke that we knew from the original trilogy, in a way. I actually didn't... Well, I had problems how they treated Luke in The Last Jedi. But at the same time, I just had to look at myself. Am I the same naive, hopeful teenager that I once was in the 80s? No, because I've seen shit, man. I think can never go back to being like that innocent again. Luke has seen a shitload of stuff. He has seen his father die. He's been in a galactic civil war since he was like a teenager. His Jedi Academy was wiped out. Ben turned to the dark side. I don't think he would be so happy after that. I didn't mind the new Luke Skywalker. I think he was pretty, roughneck, kind of like hermit. Yeah. The only thing I have problems with the Force, The Last Jedi, is the Mary Poppins Leia scene. I can see where he was going, but it didn't turn out in the best way it could, unfortunately. Anything else with the Rise of Skywalker? Yes, I'm sorry for doing the Emperor voice all the time. It's hard to say the Rise of Skywalker without using that voice. I don't know why. Anyway, I would have loved for them to explain a little better how Palps could return. My personal take is that when he fell down the shaft, he kind of released his essence and had a clone on some planet, maybe on Endor, I don't know, some place close by. So I think that's how it probably happened. Or he could have hidden in the dead body of Darth Vader, maybe. Or Luke. Who knows? And then just pooped away when they landed on Endor. Sorry. But I would have loved to have a little bit more explanation about that. I however, love the way Palpatine looked in this movie. Even though I don't understand why he didn't have that Return of the Jedi look, with the bumpy forehead, or should I say, after he and Mace Windu had that fight. He was more like the old Palpatine, but looking like a zombie, missing limbs and rotting, and he was really nasty, really, really cool. I love that part. I love the new Luke Skywalker scenes. He was more like he was in the old trilogy. I loved when he raised the X-Wing. And I kind of, even though I didn't totally disagree with Rian Johnson's movie, I loved when she threw the lightsaber into the TIE fighter and Luke's hand reaches out and grabs it, and he says, "That's no way to treat a Jedi weapon. You should treat it with respect." Which of course is a nod to The Last Jedi when he has thrown it over the shoulder. So yeah, I really loved, in a way, Rise of Skywalker. It's not the perfect ending, but it will have to do, I guess. I mean, it's just movies. So, if I had to rank the Star Wars movies, and now I'm talking about the original trilogy, the pre-trilogy, and the sequel trilogy. Christ. Alright, I have all these Star Wars movies here in front of me. So, at first place, because that was actually the first Star Wars movie that I ever saw, I would have to go with the Rise. Sorry. The Empire Strikes Back. I love that movie. So that's first place. Second place, I would have to say Return of the Jedi. I loved it. It had this fantasy, sci-fi feeling that, yeah, Revenge of the Return of the Jedi. At third place, I would probably... This is pretty tough choice, because I can't really choose between Revenge of the Sith or A New Hope. But Okay, for nostalgia reasons only, I will put A New Hope at third place and Revenge of the Sith at fourth place. Okay, we are over with that one. Okay, now for the fifth place, I would probably put Rise of Skywalker. Oh, sorry, I almost sneezed there for a while. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker. Because it is a good movie, even though it could have been better if it wasn't so rushed and if he hadn't had a need to retcon a lot of things. And I still have to say this. Poe, Finn, Rey doesn't have the same impact on me as Luke, Han and Leia. I think they are pretty boring characters, especially Finn. He doesn't do more than just run around screaming. Okay, he had some more things to do in The Rise of Skywalker, and he's probably force sensitive, I know, but it just didn't have the time to explore his character that well. I however love Ben Solo or Kylo Ren. So that's one interesting character of the new. Rey is okay, but she's like, I agree a little bit with, she has it too easy. Everything just comes to her. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth place. Rise of Skywalker. Okay. We got that out of the way. Seventh place. I would have to say, I'm sorry, but Last Jedi. Because it is entertaining, it's a beautiful movie to watch. It definitely have some bad parts, like the Mary Poppins Leia scene, some misplaced humor, but it isn't a bad film, and the Canto Blight part could have been easily taken out. And this Benicio del Toro thing, what were they going with that, you know? They build up him as kind of like a new Han Solo, and then they just... pretty weird. Same with Phasma. Wasted opportunities. Anyway, after that I have to say The Force Awakens. This is probably the movie that I dislike the most in this new trilogy because, well, they kill off Han Solo. That was a hard blow. And it's just bland in a way. I don't know. As many people have said, it's borrowing too much from A New Hope, and I don't know. I don't feel it. And then we have The Phantom Menace. Pretty good movie. I like it. It's not perfect either. No Star Wars movie is perfect, except maybe Empire Strikes Back. And then we have The Black Sheep. It's not a bad movie, but it's... I kind of get always, when I think about Attack of the Clones, I get a hard time remember anything special about it. Should... maybe the duel between Anakin and Count Dooku. But other than that, it's just... I don't know, it's weak, I think. It's the weakest of the Star Wars movies. So, yeah, that's on the last place. Attack of the Clones. And I have to, of course... the phone was calling, so I just put it on. I'll call you later. It was Mom. Now we do. Then, we have some... not in the main canon series. Oh, of course it's in the canon. I mean, not of the Skywalker saga. And there's Solo, A Star Wars Story. We have Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and we have the Clone Wars animated, Rebels, and we have The Mandalorian. I think there's probably more, but that's the ones I'm going to spend these last minutes of the video concentrating on. Now, I've only seen a couple of seasons of Clone Wars. It never grabbed my attention. The the drawing style was too crude, and I don't know, it just didn't grab me. I saw some of the seasons of Rebels. I really liked that one. I really liked Rebels. It was okay, but unfortunately I'd never finished watching it. I will someday. I will buy it like in a box. Now let's go to the live action versions, and I'm not gonna count in as a Christmas special, even though it's Christmas. Now I just finished watching The Mandalorian, and that blew me away big time. It's one of the best Star Wars related things published by Disney, I think. And Baby Yoda, oh, he's so cute. So yeah, The Mandalorian is awesome. I can't tell you how much I love it, and I still have one episode that hasn't been broadcast yet. I love it, I love it, I love it. Then we have Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I love this one too. I really do. It's a bummer, I guess, that they die in the end. They could have just managed to escape, and well, they didn't need to be mentioned anymore. I would have liked Jyn Erso to survive. I really did. But other than that, it's a wonderful action movie. I love it. Then we come to the black sheep again in some ways. Solo, a Star Wars story. I can understand the backlash for that one. It had a troubled production. It's not an easy thing to fill Harrison Ford's boots. And the fan, I call them fans, these whining butt cracks, did everything to drag it down before it was even released, calling it Soy Wars and Soilo, and oh, god damn it. You know, the Star Wars fans are the worst. And I wouldn't even consider these whining people fans. They are just there for something to complain about. If it wasn't Star Wars, they would find anything else to complain about. Everything to just be able to complain and cry. And all this shit about social justice warriors and Star Wars shills or whatever they call them. I puke on it. I've never thought that any of the Star Wars movies were SJW, social or public. For fuck's sake, I'm trying to cut down on the swearing. Leia was always a powerful woman in the Star Wars franchise. We have Jyn Erso, which probably also is called I can't stand it. They just want to puke on something, and they found Star Wars. So I'm not even going to go into that. It's okay. Back to Solo. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best movie I've seen, but it's definitely filled with action, and I think the guy playing Solo, I don't remember his name. He has a weird name. Did a good job. So I like Solo. If I had to grade it from 1 to 5, I would probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. I didn't have any problems with it. You can't de-age Harrison Ford in a convincing way yet. So they did what they could, and I think they did good. Alright, this video turned out to be far longer than I had in mind, actually. Sorry. So yeah, that's my take on the Star Wars saga, Skywalker saga, a little bit about other Star Wars franchises. Yeah, give me your list in the comments of your favorite Star Wars movies or Star Wars moments, maybe. Alright, Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.